there is life is never a price worth paying, and people have already gone to the hospital, and that is why I really want to try to convince all persons and all organizations behind it to make sure that they don't give a false hope. There are rules and regulations in any topic, whether it is around education, where it is around jobs, where it is around migration. Politics needs to have.
Gamaal El-Attar is the CEO of the International Federation for Rights and Development. Gamaal joins us now from Brussels. Welcome to the program. Gamaal, you heard the clip from the minister. Is that the government's attitude, that because there are rules, we simply cannot help these people?
Well, dear Adnan, the Belgian government is very fragile when it comes to refugees. A couple of years ago, we witnessed the government broke up totally, and we went into election only because of refugees from Gaza. So this case is very delicate, and Sami Mahdi, I'm so sorry for respect to him, he's kind of a puppy that the government put in media, but in reality, nothing changes. If it was Theo Franken from the extreme right or Sami Mahdi from the center, or if it will be a lefties tomorrow, this case is very delicate in the Belgian government and the Belgian society. Thus, unfortunately, since they work with the case as a political case, not a humanitarian case, nothing will change.
That's interesting. Are you saying that the popular reaction is backing the government? Because look at the numbers. 150,000 undocumented people in Belgium, a country of about 11.5 million. So you're talking about just over 1% of a country's entire population, one of the richest countries in the world. Are people not prepared to help these 150,000 undocumented people, not citizens of Belgium?
Well, if I may start with this, once we look to people as numbers, we lost the case. These are human. We don't look at them as thousands or hundreds or 10 or one person. It's exactly the same. It's one miserable life of a person that we need to find a solution for. When we look at 150,000, then the government is more afraid because they already have a fragile cabinet in the House of Representatives. The extreme right and the right holds almost a very aggressive and offensive position with this. We have seen in Brussels a couple of years ago one of the largest manifestations in the history of Belgium of far right attacking the Belgian government compound and the European district only because Belgium signed a Rabat agreement for refugees. So this is the problem is once the government look at them, okay, there are 150,000. We regulate, this is the government, regulate only between 1,000 to 3,000 in the last 10 years. So according to the government plan, this will take in between 100 to 50 years to solve all this problem. And there, only there, we come to advocate these people and to work with political parties, especially the lefties, in order to push towards a solution for 150,000 that live in Brussels. All what they're asking for is access to the right of work, because this is a fundamental human right. So all what they're asking for is the right to work. They want to pay taxes. They don't want to be refugees. They want to be immigrants. So they have a very simple one demand. We would like to be regulated in this country, not upon 1,000 persons per year, because this will take forever, but rather work with one big solution. Unfortunately, it's not that easy, especially with this stubborn government.
Gamaal, what sort of access to services do undocumented people in Belgium have? If they get caught without the proper documentation, are they always deported?
Well, if they don't have papers, they can't be deported somewhere else. So the government is stuck with them. They can't send them somewhere else, but they can't let them work. It's a kind of this vortex and a loop of actions that they catch them in the streets, they hold them in a police station, there is no documentation with them, they can't let them go somewhere. So when they just open the cell and let them just go to the street again, this was the loop until the COVID hit. Because when the COVID hit, these people couldn't find a job anymore. lost the places where they used to live. They couldn't do black market labor, which I highly recommend against. The labor of the black market, where it was cut and everything was stopped, and 6 months in Belgium, we were not allowed to go to the streets, more or less. This problem really popped in front of everyone, and that's why it's time to solve it right now.
Gamaal, thank you so much indeed for talking to us on the News Hour. Gamaal El-Attar speaking to us from Brussels.